Now let's discuss Apache Kafka. So Apache Kafka is one of the most powerful distributed streaming platform, and many companies are using it, and its real-time data processing is very much fantastic, and it is also used for asynchronous messaging. So Apache Kafka is a distributed streaming platform. A distributed streaming platform is a system designed to handle continuous streams of messages or data across multiple nodes. So this ensures that scalability is there, fault tolerance is there, and it allows for the real-time processing, storage, and analysis of data stream. So Apache Kafka fulfills all of these features, and it is providing a best distributed streaming platform. Now let's discuss the key components or concepts of Apache Kafka. So we have the messages, which is the basic unit of data in Kafka, and also called records in Kafka, consisting of value or key and metadata. So other than this, we have the producers, the clients that publish messages to Kafka topics. We will be discussing the Kafka topics later, and we will be having the producers that would be publishing the messages to these topics. Producers send data to Kafka topics, and they can specify the partition for each message. Again, the partition we will be discussing in detail later. So we will have the consumers that read messages from Kafka topics, and consumers subscribe to one or more topics and process the messages within those topics. So other than this, we have the consumer groups as well. This is a group of consumers basically that coordinate to consume messages from a set of partitions in a topic. So other than this, each message is consumed by only one consumer in the group, which enables the load balancing and parallel processing among them. So they would be coordinating with each other within the group. Then we have the topics. So a topic is a logical channel or feed to which the messages or records are being stored and published by the producers. So topics are basically partitioned for parallel processing, and each partition is an ordered immutable sequence of records. Like topics are divided into partitions to allow parallel processing and scalability. So each partition is ordered an immutable sequence of records. So partitions enable Kafka to handle large volumes of data by distributing the load across multiple brokers. We will be seeing Kafka architecture in detail with a diagram. So but before that, we will be understanding some of the basic concepts. So the topics are divided into partitions, and they ensures the scalability, and other than this, it allows to distribute the load or messages across brokers. So we would be having multiple brokers in case in Apache Kafka architecture. We would be having partitions, and in each partitions we would be having the topics, and in each topics we would be having messages or records. Other than this, Kafka also gives the replication mechanism. So each partition can be replicated across multiple brokers to ensure high availability or fault tolerance. So one of the replica is designated as the leader, and the others would be the followers. So the leader handles all the reads and write requests, while followers replicate the data only. Now let's discuss the Apache Kafka architecture. This diagram is very much important in order to understand the Apache Kafka architecture. So the producers are there, the consumers are there. The Apache Kafka may contains the topics if, that are having the partitions. So each topic is divided into multiple partitions, and these partitions would be having the message actual. So the partition 1 contains some messages, the partition 2, partition 3 and 4. So we will be having multiple topics. So for example, if we are saying that we have topic A and topic B and topic C. Now the producer would be actually sending the message in topics. These topics are within the broker. So the broker component actually saves these messages or stores these messages, and each broker is containing the topics, and the topics would be replicating across brokers as well. So for example, topic A, partition 1. Now the partition 1 is being replicated in the broker 2 for scalability or reliability. So the partition 1 would be available in both the brokers. Now producers can send the messages to that topic. This is called the cluster architecture. So the cluster would contain the brokers itself, and there is also a component called zookeeper in this cluster. So the zookeeper plays a crucial role in managing and organizing or coordinating among the brokers. So management of the brokers is done by the zookeeper, and these brokers are there as part of the cluster. Now, in case if any message is being sent to any topic, there should be topics. So for example, the topic A is user logs and containing the partitions. So we can say that the partitions can be the user log 0, 1, 2 and 3 sequentially. Now the producer would be sending the message to the topics, but before that, let's understand that the broker 1 is the leader for the partition 1, and the broker 2 is the follower for the partition 1, and the broker 2 would only contain the replication of partition 1. Now let's consider that a message is being sent to the topic. Now that message would be received by the consumer, and in this case, multiple consumers can be subscribed with multiple topics, and they would be receiving that message. So this is the architecture of Apache Kafka. The architecture contains the cluster having multiple brokers, and these brokers would be storing the actual records and containing the topics, and these topics would having multiple partitions, and multiple topics can be the part of broker.